Reserve list sales continue to go along at a brisk pace. Let's check out the hottest top 10 selling reserve list cards this week. It's coming up next and you don't want to miss it. Hi everyone and welcome back. MTG Moxman here. I hope you're having a great day in this nacho cheese universe of YouTube, wherever you are in the world. Thanks for tuning in. I really hope you guys enjoy this content today as we put together a top 10 video of those awesome selling reserve list cards. Now again, if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button, join in the fun. It's free to do. It doesn't cost you a cent to subscribe to the channel. And of course, give videos a thumbs up, put some comments in the comment section, and you're helping me get closer to the pizza party at 7,500 subscribers. I think we're down to like 298 subscribers to go until we get to our pizza party. You guys can help get us there. And then we march on to 10,000 subscribers. And that is going to be an epic party that everyone will get to participate in. Can't wait to show you guys what we're going to do when we get there. Again, at 9,000 subscribers is when I'll bust that one out. So let's break this down. Top 10 hot selling reserve list cards comes up each and every week. And the sales compared to, let's say, a standard card or a new set, they're never that great. But the reserve list is a much smaller, compact group of cards. So anytime you see these cards selling, especially lower end ones, it is something to pay attention to. I love tracking it. Let's take a look here. Let's start with number 10 and see where we end up. Number 10 this week is Sanctum from Weatherlight, coming in with 12 sales from January 1st to the 7th of 2022. With an average price of only $4.08 US, the market coming in at $2.97 US and €3.59 to get you that card. It's $5 Canadian locally to buy this bad boy. Very affordable for those who say they can't afford reserve list cards. But I'm going to talk about this guy for a second. This is not a card I track. It's not a card that was on my sheets. Sanctum on Weatherlight, you got to look at the mechanic. Cumulative upkeep mechanic is not popular. It is just meh. But in certain cards like Sanctum, the ability it offers on this enchantment card for a 3 casting cost enchantment is really good. Having all damage dealt to your creatures reduced to 0 is really insane. It's a really nice mechanic to have. But you're worried about losing that 2 life every turn. But as Wizards steers the Magic the Gathering game in certain directions, you can see that there are abilities that they've missed out on. So Cumulative Upkeep isn't popular, but there are so many ways of bouncing this enchantment and bringing it back to play at the end of a turn that really paying the 2 life just over and over again and recuperating that life in another way makes this card amazing, and it's underrated and people don't see it yet. I mean, for $5, are you serious? So I'm keeping my eye on this card. Expect to see it in a video coming up this week. We can't say enough. Sanctum, you should be here. All right, number 9 is City of Shadows with 13 sales from the 1st to the 7th of 2022. Again, The Dark, an underrated, underprinted set that people should be paying attention to. The people buying the card this week, we're going for near mint copies. They were leaving those moderate and heavily played ones on the market because those are the more common ones to find for City of Shadows and most cards from The Dark. Finding near mint and light played copies are a little bit harder. This set comes in really cheap. Compared to other sets of this vintage, you're talking, wow. 64 million print run, very tiny compared to anything nowadays. And most of those cards have been abused and destroyed. The attrition rate's very high because it wasn't a popular set at the time. The average price here is only $99 US. The market is $136.26, €107.32 to get you that card. It's about $120 Canadian for a light played, slight played copy. But this card will disappear over the years. There's only so many out there. So keep an eye. This is a card you want. It's still affordable now. I can easily see this card continuing to climb in price because anytime you play the card and you have a creature deck, you're going to put this card in. It taps for colorless mana. You can use it for all kinds of spell casting abilities, and you can block a creature and then sack it to the city if it's not going to win the fight. It has a lot of playability to it. Way to go. City of Shadows should be here, and it's underrated right now. But I think people are going to regret that in the years to come. So number 8 this week is Gaea's Cradle from Urza Saga. That's right. One of my goal cards this year for myself is getting myself a Gaea's Cradle. And thank you to a few of the people who've tried to help me out in the channel in getting this card. Very good deal, but I have to figure out because anytime you do PayPal, it tells you my name. And I'm not doing that kind of stuff. So I'll figure it out at some point, I hope. Or I'm just going to buy it myself. But yes, I appreciate the people who've tried to help me out. So number 8, Gaea's Cradle. 14 sales this week for the 1st to the 7th of 2022. That's a very fast selling card for only this week. For 14 sales in a week, that's usually what it takes for a card of this level. It can be considered high on one of my sales sheets when I give you guys cards recommended to keep an eye on. So Gaea's Cradle really picked up at the beginning of this year. Congratulations, Mrs. Gaea Cradle, rocking it out. Let's see if you like thrash all of Dominaria. All right, the average price is $1,011.46 US. The market comes in at $1,083.49. And of course, €617.31 to get you that card. Locally here in Canada, it's around $1,200 to $1,400 right now for near mint played copies. And you can find a few cheaper on eBay, but kind of sketchy sellers, so I'm not touching those with a 10-foot pole. You got to, make sure you're buying from reputable people. An amazing card. I always hope to see, Tolarian Academy get unbanned. I mean, cards like this exist. Why not Tolarian Academy? That's just my personal beef. But way to go, Gaea's Cradle. You're going to be mine this year. I'm going to get you. All right, number 7. What do you know? It is Tolarian Academy with 17 sales from the 1st to the 7th of 2022. Urza Saga card that is banned right now in most formats other than casual, but I still say this card should be unbanned. Comes in at $143.75 US. The market is $167.77 US and €110.23 to get that card. Do you see something wrong with this price? Because I sure do. It has collapsed down from its old highs. It is a very buyable card right now. It should be on people's radar, but it's probably not because it's banned. But that doesn't mean you can't play it in other formats. It doesn't mean you can't use it in your local groups. That's the thing people fail to understand. Commander and stuff is a casual format. If your little play group says you guys can play with it, you can. So keep an eye on this, guys. I don't know. I just always have a fear that this card's going to shoot through the moon. So I like to keep a couple of copies. I've got my playset. I'm good. But I can see when some people say, I don't know, $100 for this card, which is like locally here, it's like $120. I get it. But you may come out as a bandit. It's seeing value where no one else sees it is, one of those things you have to look for. But again, risk factor. Are you willing to take that risk? Gotta gauge it all, man. All right, number 6 this week is Elvish Farmer from Fallen Empires, hanging in there with 18 sales from the 1st to the 7th of 2022. Average price $5.16. The market comes in at $5.40 US. And of course, we've got it at €5.81 to get that card in your house. It had a little bit of an uptick because a lot of people were buying it when it was in that the sub level there where everyone was ignoring it. So now that people are paying attention, Elvish Farmer is still a good card. Given the counters and stuff and how you build your commander deck, it can be a really effective card. But keep an eye out. This card in the future will continue to rise. But right now, I would let it sit, and I wouldn't buy too many copies right now. We're going now taking a look at number 5 this week. Thrull Champion Fallen Empires with 20 sales from January 1st to the 7th of 2022. With an average price of $10.33 US, the market has it at $9.26 US, and of course, €4.36 to get you that card. He's a Thrull. He is the champion of Thrulls. He's a 2/2 that gives himself a +1/+1 to make him a 3/3. I can't wait to see what happens with this card in the future. I love him. What can I say? Team Thrull. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 4 this week, and that is going to be Mana Web from Weatherlight. Another underrated card that comes in at number 4 with 22 sales January 1st to the 7th of 2022. The average is $40.40 US. The market right now has it at $28.23 US. And of course, €21.91 to get that card. Locally, this card is around $35 Canadian. I think I only found one copy near mint though, so keep that in mind. There's not a big supply locally here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. But a great card. I can see why it's here. People enjoy it. They're buying it for commander decks. Makes perfect sense. When we're taking a look at number 3 this week, it's Grim Feast from Mirage. That's right, the guy's eating an arm, if you can believe it. This number 3 card comes in with 23 sales January 1st to the 7th of 2022. It did have a high of around $30 at one point during the real feast kind of thing where the buyout was just going totally insane for people. Now, the average price is $9.49 US. The market is $8.64 US. And it's €9.62 to get you that card. You can see he's really plummeted down, almost back to where he was originally. And that's leading to people deciding to take a gamble on this guy and buy some copies for decks that they're playing with. Or they're building some janky commander decks to have some fun. Way to go. Let's take a look at number 2 this week. And that is Mystic Decree. And this one makes perfect sense to me personally. Homeland's card that's underrated. It makes creatures lose flying and island walk. Yeah. Building a commander deck around that can be a lot of fun. 33 sales from January 1st to the 7th of 2022. Average price is $3.48 US. The market comes in at $2.72 and €1.91 to get that card into your house. What I like about it, great artwork, underrated set. Its price is going to stay low for a long time. You put this with cards like Moat. You put it with Island Sanctuary. You put it with a few other combo cards, even Magnus of the Moat. You can have a lot of fun building the right commander deck. And I can't wait to see more of those kind of things showing up in gameplay. It'll be hilarious. So now we're down to that nitty gritty. We are bringing you the #1 selling card this week out of all the reserve list sales I tracked. But guess what? This one is a surprise even to me. Came out of the blue. Hasn't been on the list before. It is a brand new champion because somebody bought like 35 copies all at once. Let's go ahead and take a look at our new #1 champion this week. And that is Tolarian Entrancer. Comes in at #1 with 52 sales. January 1st to the 7th of 2022. Weatherlight Classic. Now remember, this guy, he is a pretty good card. Considering he's a 2 casting cost for a 1/1. That if he blocks a creature, you take control of it at the end of that combat. He actually is a good card. He is underrated. I have mentioned him in previous videos, and he is a card I track, so he popped up right away. Now, the average price is $4.72 US. The market is $4.54 US. And of course, €5.59 to get that card. Again, he had that all-time high of around that $20 mark. He's really settled back down. And as a lot of these cards are collapsing back to old lows, like they're just above where they used to be, remember that. These cards will rise again at some point when buyouts really come in again, and they always seem to come in waves when it comes to buyout. And that's why prices never settle back to where they were. But these are the hottest selling reserve list cards this week. This is what is happening in our reserve list. So when we take a look at this, when I look at that screen and I see all those sales, the reserve list is moving along quite well. These are your hot 10 cards. These are the ones I tracked that were selling the most copies in a given period. Sure, there was some other cards that may have sold 4 or 5 copies that are far more valuable. But they didn't make the cut because they didn't sell sheer volume. And that's what I'm tracking. So thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. This is MTG Moxman. I look forward to seeing you guys for Monday's video. And of course, the live stream probably on Sunday night, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you guys then. Have a great day today. Bring a friend to Magic. Have a coffee. Chill out. We deserve it. Who are those patrons, you ask? The patrons you see climbing across the screen right now, ripping through the interior to be on the Patreon support list. I love to see it. All right, guys, patrons rock. They make the world go round. They make these videos possible. Thanks again, everyone, for the continued support. What, you thought I gave up? I never give up. We go on forever. Ready? Ready? There you go. That is a foil goblin token. Going in, man. Going into that 10K box and hiding down there, huddled into the little den of the bugbear cave or whatever from D&D, and he's just chilling out, man. He's waiting. He's waiting. Because, you know, there's no goblins left on Spardadia because the Thrulls wiped them all out. Remember that. They own the whole continent. Something to think about. All right, guys. I hope you had an awesome day today. Hope things are going well. Hope you enjoyed the video. You made it this far. You're at the end of the credits. If you're new here and you just found it, yeah, there's usually something at the end. I like to chill and just relax after the creation of a video. It's fun. All right, guys. I hope you're having an awesome day. I look forward to seeing you guys in the live stream. If you can make it, we're going to have a blast, man. That's what we do. You guys relax. We all deserve to relax. Yeah, especially today. Hey guys, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. I hope you're having a fantastic day in the nacho cheese universe of wherever you are in YouTube. At the end of my videos, on top of the end of my videos. I know you're wondering what's happening. I know. Here we are at the end of the end. That's what I like to say, the end of the end. Yeah, but you made it. If you made it this far, if you're past the credits of the credits on top of the credits, then you are truly a unique person who has too much time in your hands. And you're just like, I just got to go down the rabbit hole and see what Moxman's up to. I know. I can't help myself. But what we're doing here is I'm adding a bonus card to the box today. That is going to be a skeletal token from Dungeons & Dragons, right? A little AFR. We're going to put that in there. And that's all I wanted to do. Just a little teaser to have some fun. Double card day into the 10K box. And have a little bit of fun because that's what life all about. Life's too short to take it too seriously all the time. It's a game. Let's have some fun. Let's play. I don't care where. It's going to happen. Have a good day, guys.